pain. My people see the same. They locked us down in chains. We just praying for a change. They knocked us off the throne and stripped the earth of our names. My heritage I claim. I just pray they do the same. Cause if they only knew that we the true Jews. But if they only knew that we the true Jews. If they only knew that we the true Jews. But if they only knew that we the true Jews. You saved us from Egypt and Moses was a leader. Next 40 years, angel food is what you feed us. You passed me down the law mindset of elitists. I took a blood oath and promised my kids.
I hear about it. We gotta see actual flat booty ass white women walk up and down the belt line. Brother, come here. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all care about the black community? So how do we get the black community correct? What do we gotta do? Building our own community. We tried that, right? What happened? What happened? Y'all remember Black Wall Street, right? It was a community full of black people who were flourishing and whatnot, right? We had businesses, we was working with black people, etc. The white man came and blew it all up, right? And I believe during that time, right, we weren't keeping God's commandments, right? God said, give me Judith. Let me show y'all something real quick. All right, let me ask y'all a question. Why do black people go through what they go through? Y'all don't know why? Because, for example, right, there's other brothers out here do the same exact shit that white people do, right? Yet they bear the punishment. White people might just get off. There's a reason for that, right? And a lot of people don't know the reason. It's in the Bible specifically, right? Just hold that. Give me Amos 3:1 real quick. Let me show you. It's in the Bible, right? Because when you come to realize this Bible is made by black people, black and Hispanic people, and it's for us, right?
Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
So God, he's talking to one specific group of people, the children of Israel, right? Just keep that in mind, right? Whether they black, white, whoever it is, right? Keep that in mind. He's talking to one people.
Against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So God said he only got a relationship with these people, right? The people, whoever this is, y'all better hope it's you. Because if not, God don't have a relationship with you, right?
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
All right, God said, because y'all are sinning, right, I'm going to punish you for your iniquities. Who's that even sound like? That sound like black people. Because we do bad shit too, right? But we bear the punishment. Nobody else does, right? That's what God is saying right here, right? Did I have you on something? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Judah 5:20. Let me get y'all this real quick.
Judah chapter 5, verse 20. Now, therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error in this people.
Y'all listen? All right, read it one more time. They not listening.
Now, therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error in this people.
They said, if there be any error in this people, right?
And they sin against their God.
Talking about the Israelites. It's saying, this is what the other nations are saying. If the Israelites sin against their God,
let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
Meaning that's going to be their ruin, right? Now they happy, right? They get to have us as slaves at that point, right?
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
And they're going to overcome us, right? We've seen that happening still today. Let me show y'all something else. Start at verse 21. All right, this is the reason why we in slavery, right here in the Bible.
This is the book of the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 39, verse 21.
And ultimately, this is the reason why we cursed, right? This is why we, the father leaving the households, black on black crime. We can't get up in this society no matter how we try. Kanye's one of the richest black men on the planet Earth, right? And he's still in slavery to this thing.
It says, verse 21, it says, and I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid upon them. So the house of Israel shall know that I am the Lord their God from that day and forward.
Right.
And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into slavery for their sins.
So God said the heathen are going to know we went into slavery because of our sin, right? So in order for us to get out of slavery, because the only reason we in slavery is because of sin, what do we need to do? You say it again? Say it again. Repent. That means not sin. You see what I'm saying? Right. So we can get out of this type of condition, right? One of these things are not sin. Give me Romans 13 and start at verse 8. We gotta love one each other, right? How do I show love? Is it just by saying it? I gotta show action, don't it? Right? Now, I'm sure I assume y'all love black people, black and Hispanic people. They say that all day. Black and Hispanic people say they love each other all day. We can't say that though, because y'all not showing it. You see what I'm saying? Right? Definitely not showing it. Read that.
Book of Romans chapter 13 and verse 8.
Here's how you show love, though.
Owe no man anything but to love one another.
Love one another.
For he that loveth one another hath fulfilled the law.
He that loveth one another hath fulfilled the law. Now, that's not an empty statement, right? Because if I love you, right, I'm not gonna steal from you. I'm not gonna sleep with your wife. I'm not gonna break the Sabbath, right? I'm not gonna do ill towards you. That's me actually showing love to you, thus fulfilling the law.
Verse 9. For this thou shalt not commit adultery.
Right. That's a law of God.
Thou shalt not kill.
That's a law of God.
Right. Thou shalt not steal.
That is a law of God.
Right. Thou shalt not bear false witness.
That is a law of God.
Thou shalt not covet.
That is a law. These are all laws of God, right?
And if there be any other commandment,
we're not going to say all 613 of them, right? We're just not going to do it, right? So if there be any other commandment that we didn't list,
it is briefly comprehended in this saying.
It's briefly comprehended in this saying. So essentially what he's saying, show love and keep the law, niggas. That's essentially what he's saying, right? Love one each other, right?
In this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right? That's all in the law of God, right? So in order for us, if y'all truly care about black people and actually love black people, what you got to do? Keep the law of God. You see what I'm saying? Because y'all Israelites, right? Y'all know Jesus Christ black, right? Huh? I'm tripping. No, this is not I want. All right, y'all. You're tripping. All right? So that's essentially what we need to do. That's how you show love, and that's how you actually love one another. You keep the laws of God, right? Right? Like, for example, brother, do you care about the black community? Do you? Well, then stop and have a conversation with me. You can't say you care about something and then not have a conversation to try and fix it. Right. Tell them your friends, are they black too? Are you Samoan? With what? Everything. You mix with everything. So what is your mother? With what? God damn. Hey. Okay, what about your daddy? Type shit. What about her? I'm not even getting all that. But hey, she look Ethiopian though. I ain't gonna cap. Latino. He's Indian? Okay, type. What about you, brother? What you is? You Jamaican? All praises. You see how simple that shit was? What big bro at? He at the top. Are you at the top? You know you're an Israelite, right? That's God's chosen people. Right? For example, right? You would consider yourself a black man in America, but in actuality, you're Jamaican. Did you move from Jamaica here? Your parents did? All right, bet. Right? So, long story short, you're an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, right? We need to be doing something, right? What's that, Deuteronomy? Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. 10 and 12. Let me show you something, all right?
This is book Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what do the Lord thy God require of thee?
God's asking the Israelites, what do the Lord thy God require of thee, right?
But to fear the Lord thy God.
To fear the Lord thy God.
To walk in all his ways. And to love him.
Matter of fact, let me ask this question. Hey, are y'all two Christians? Okay, she is. You like Muslim or something? No, I'm talking about her. Are you a Christian, brother? You said what? What's that? Rastafari Jew? Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't gonna capture you. Right? But long story short, brother, you're not a Rastafari or whatever the case may be, right? Because I don't know nothing about this, so I'm not even gonna speak on it, right? You need to know that you're an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, right? And for the Christian, right here, sis, you believe in Jesus Christ? Is he a white man? Do you read the Bible? Well, his description is in the Bible, right? So what do you? Not, you assume? Why? You say what? I mean, well, people do migrate throughout history and stuff like that, but you are correct. He is a so-called black man from the tribe of what? Judah, right? So let me ask you a question. Considering Jesus Christ is black from the tribe of Judah, what does that make black people today? That would make them the Jews, right? You don't know? It depends on where you come from. No, hold on. We're talking about race, right? Jesus Christ, he was a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, right? You just admit today, if he was here today, he'll be a so-called black man, right?
I think black people come from different places.
They do. I agree with that, right? Like, but you still got black people like him in the UK. They're still the same race. You got brothers like him. You got Jamaicans. You got Jamaicans in the UK. They're still Jamaican.
I'm Jamaican too.
You said, type shit. You Jamaican? You just black or Jamaican?
I'm Jamaican.
Okay.
But I'm mixed. I'm mixed race, but there's mixed race people in Jamaica.
Yeah, I agree though. But what side? You on your dad's side of Jamaican? Both sides? What's your granddaddy on your daddy's side?
My whole family's from Jamaica.
Say it again.
My whole family's from Jamaica. They've been in Jamaica.
Okay, so she might be from tribe of Benjamin, right? So you be an Israelite as well, right? Y'all need to know this, right? We got to keep the laws of God, right? These people went into captivity, right? Let's focus on Jamaicans. They went into captivity, right? Over there in the Caribbean islands as well. You know, under the Dutch, the Spaniards, the conquistadors, etc. They went into slavery too on ships as well. I want y'all to understand that, right? Do y'all know why? No reason. So I do believe God does everything, right? So why would God put his chosen people into slavery? You don't know? Maybe I go back to Ezekiel. Like, y'all gotta go. Type shit. I feel you, bro. Right? Just remember, right? Love God and keep his commandments. This is if you love God. Not a lot of people out here actually love God. Give me Titus 1:16. Not a lot of people out here actually do not love God, right? You can come to figure that out, right? Give me John chapter, I think it's like 8:47. You got it?
Book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 16.
Hey, are you a Christian? Are you sure? Mr. Incredible. Go ahead.
Titus, chapter 1, verse 16. They profess that they know God.
The people out here profess that they know God, right?
But in works, they deny him.
You actually don't know God. Your works, you have nothing to show for that, right? You can tell me you play basketball all day and not know how to shoot a basketball. You don't know basketball at that point, sir. How you doing? What's your ethnicity? Oh, you Mexican? All praises, right? Did you know the Aztecs, right? That's a Hebrew word, correct? Meaning what? The people of the times, right? You already know to go. Give me the scripture. Was it First Chronicles or something like that? Type shit, right? Did you know that you're an Israelite, right? What was it called? The Aztecs, the Incas, etc. Did you know they actually governed their governing body by the Ten Commandments? Did you know that? You do know? You know that now, right? Question: how did they get the Ten Commandments? If majority of hear me out on this one. If majority of the Bible, right? This nigga right. If majority of the Bible, right, when we read it, was on the eastern side of the world, right? For the most part, right? How did people all the way on another world, the so-called New World, how did they obtain the Ten Commandments? You see what I'm saying? Right? But let me show you something real quick, right? The word Azteca, right? That's a Hebrew word, meaning the people of the times, right? Let me show you something.
It's the book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 12, verse 32.
First off, you come from the tribe of Issachar, somewhere down there, right? From the tribe, the very bottom. The tribe of Issachar, right? These are the people of God. I need you to understand that. This is why you guys are good at everything, or majority of things. You play soccer, you keep the country running by building, whatever the case may be. All that, right? Go ahead.
First Chronicles, chapter 12, verse 32. And of the children of Issachar.
And the children of Issachar.
Which were men that had understanding of the times.
Y'all had understanding of the times. Hence the word, right? Can y'all get out the way? Hence the word, right? Azteca, the people of the times, right? That's what that means, right? And the people that happen to be that is you guys. You see what I'm saying? Right? Give me a second entrance real quick. Listen, bro, they was all in the way, going slow, being out of order, etc. Ain't no second entrance. Yeah. So again, going back to my question, right? If you guys were here the whole time, right? How did you guys obtain the Ten Commandments, right? And these traditions were on the eastern side of the world at one point, right? How did you guys attain them and essentially rule your governing body by the Ten Commandments? How? That means you guys gotta be the people at that point, right? Let me show you something. Let me show you how you guys got over here.
Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, starting at verse 40.
All right, this is talking about the northern tribes, right? Starting from here all the way down, right? We're gonna read about them and how they got over here, right? The Seminole Indians, the Aztecs, the Incas, the Mayans, all right, etc. Right? We're gonna read how they got over here and they were able to do all the things that they did, right?
2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king.
All right, so y'all was going into slavery during this time over the other side of the world. Just follow me now.
Whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive.
Right.
And he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land.
So y'all was in captivity at one point under King Salmanassar, right? Y'all was in captivity, right?
But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
So forget about who it is, whoever these people are, right? Whether they black, white, whoever they are, right? These people in this Bible, right? They took counsel, right? And they went into a land where nobody ever dwelt. What does that sound like? When Christopher Columbus came over here, what did they call it? The New World, right? Because they thought nobody had dwelt here. Same thing we see in this Bible, right? Keep going.
Verse 42, that they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land.
So let's break this down, right? These are people that was in slavery on the eastern side of the world. They got together and they wanted to escape it. They went to a country where nobody had ever dwelt just to keep the commandments. Who does that sound like? Sound like y'all, don't it, right? Y'all had the 10 commandments, right? Y'all came to the so-called new world where nobody ever dwelt. This is literally talking about these people, right? The so-called Incas, so-called Latinos, etc., right? So you need to understand, brother, you're an Israelite, right? You're the greatest person on the planet Earth, and Jesus Christ is coming back to only save you. Jesus Christ is only coming back to save the Israelites. He's not coming back to save white people, Asian people, Indian people. They don't need saving from anything, right?
Right.
That's right. I said it, big bro. Right? They don't need saving from anything, right? They get to walk up down the strip with the tightest pants on known to man, right? And their little trucker hats, owning businesses, right? They don't even have to look professional to own the business, right? Versus we probably have to go to the job, get dressed up for the interview, actually act like you want a job that you really don't want, etc. and shit like that, right? They ain't got to do that. We got to do that, right? We make this place go, right? The building that you see, all these buildings, whatever the case may be, you see in modern day time, built by you guys for the majority of the time, and y'all building quick, building fast, right? Brothers, we gotta do certain things as well, right? We in the same boat as y'all, right? We make the best entertainment-wise, we make the best music, we make the best shows, etc., right? We make the best food, etc., right? These are all characteristics. These are all similar characteristics that black and Hispanic people have. Why is that? Because we're the same people, brother. So that's essentially how that all goes, right? Hey, sister, how you doing?
Hello, how y'all?
Hey, what's your ethnicity, if you don't mind me asking? Do you care about black people? No. See, that's the problem with black people. They're not racist. That's the problem with black people. White people are racist, right? You look at the Grammys, they give the Grammys to the white person. You look at the sports awards, they give the sport award to black people, right? I mean to a white man. Black people won't do that. They'll probably look at that white man at a pity and give him what he wants. That's the problem with black people, right? Black people are not racist enough, which is why people can bully us, right? Y'all walk up and down the street protesting, right? Black Lives Matter and shit. Here we is telling you Jesus Christ is black, and you telling us it don't matter.
Right.
What's up with you niggas?
This is a book of the
You niggas are hypocrites, right? Like, look, she gets to see Hallie walk across the street and just say, hey, let that be me do that to a nigga, right? He gonna be like, nigga, who is you?
Right.
And we might have to get the jacket, right? Or you got niggas like this, right? Just walking with this long neck Tyrannosaurus looking ass nigga, right? And not give a damn. He wouldn't dare walk down the street with me though. It'll be a problem, right? And I'm dead ass serious. This shit is crazy. You got a precept?
God.
Let me ask y'all, y'all believe in the Bible? Y'all believe in the Bible? What would be y'all ethnicity? African American? All right, bet. Y'all believe in Jesus Christ, correct?
We believe in Yeshua HaMashiach.
You said what again? Yeshua HaMashiach. Okay. Yeah. That's the man spoken about in the so-called New Testament. That's who y'all believe in, right? Yeah, how was HaMashiach? Him.
Those are the Hebrew consonants without the vowels, right?
Was that? Yeah. Tetragrammaton, something like that. Yeah. So that's the man y'all believe in, right? We essentially believe in this. No, not him. Not this white boy. If y'all read the sign, y'all understand. We don't believe in that, right?
Okay.
Right? We believe Yahweh Hamashiach, right? We believe he was a black man. Well, okay, God. So y'all know we're the Jews. Y'all know we're the Jews. She's shaking her head. That's not a good sign. Go ahead. Go ahead. Take my spot.
So, let me get that mic as well. How y'all doing? So y'all say y'all do believe in the Bible. Like, what would you call your belief system?
Well, we just call ourselves truth seekers. We're believers. We don't really align with any religion because we know religion is man-made. So we kind of just say we're just followers.
Yeah, y'all can stay closer. Y'all can.
We just kind of say that we're just followers of Yeshua. I guess you would say we agree with most Christian practices, but we don't call ourselves Christian because we don't align like with the Christian faith.
The rhetoric.
Exactly.
Okay. So with that being said, as far as ethnicity and nationality, right? Y'all don't think it's important to know who we were before slavery?
Yes.
So who do you identify with prior to slavery?
I identify with God. That's it. I don't identify. I think everybody should be loved, period. You know what I'm saying? Like I was explaining to your gentleman back there. We can't display hate for someone who is dating another race. We have to love them first.
Well, whatever conversation you had with him.
I'm telling you now.
No, hold on. I just want this. Whatever he said, that's not our perspective. You know what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
what your young man what he just did was he made the woman feel uncomfortable. It's okay. You got to love that person, and then you gotta slowly expressing in why you shouldn't be with a certain race.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Before we continue, the brother, however, whatever discord you have with him.
No, it's not discord. I was just expressing that the way that you come at someone can definitely absolutely tell them, like, I don't want to be a part of that because look how they coming at me.
I understand.
So the way that you're supposed to approach someone. Like I said, I got a strong black man. And
Right.
all of y'all are strong
Right.
black men. Let's get that straight. And all I'm saying is it's the way to approach someone.
Right.
You never want to point something out to somebody. You want to actually
I mean,
approach them with
at this
love.
point, we're
It's
not having a
love.
conversation about what's the main topic.
I'm just letting you know.
That's your critique on him has woke up many brothers. We cannot critique him for what he's done successfully. So I'm just putting it out there. But we're going back to what I asked you at first, as far as the identity of a people. Identifying with God do not make us ethnically identified with your father. Whoever your dad is, that's who your dad is,
So
right?
you're saying like African American?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying prior to being called an African American, who were you?
Like, are you saying like Jews and Gentiles?
No, I'm just talking about a nationality in general. You don't know.
Right.
But there's one scripture in the Bible, Jeremiah. There's 17. I got you. There's one scripture in the Bible that's a future prophecy, right? Written during the time of Babylon, right? That Jeremiah gave to the Israelites. And it said this. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage. What is a heritage?
Like, what do you mean? Like, so you're talking about like
Define heritage. Yeah.
It's kind of like your line of generation blood, like people that you
Right. So God said the Israelites will lose their identity. They will lose the generation that they came from. You, all of us not knowing where we came from prior to slavery is a self-identity of that prophecy being fulfilled. So he said, thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from your heritage that I gave thee. That he gave us. Going back to Mother's point, that the Most High himself identified us with the man Jacob. So he said we would discontinue.
like Jacob and Esau.
Jacob, yeah, the man Jacob,
Okay.
right? We came from him, but he gave us a heritage when he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments.
Okay.
Only to our forefathers, though,
Okay.
right?
So
So
are you saying not to us?
I'm saying to our forefathers, like us,
Okay.
like when I putting us in the group, I'm talking about Black, Latinos, and Native Americans,
Okay.
right? So I'm finna just show you through the prophecies of the Bible and history who we actually come from and why we got discontinued, right? Read. I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Who served their enemies in the land that they did not know?
You're saying like African Americans.
I'm asking you what you believe.
Who served their enemies in the land
That they did not know.
Okay, so this sounds like slavery.
All praises. Who went through that slavery?
African Americans.
We did. Okay.
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
So it said.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying this kind of sounds like, okay, before slavery, how there, I know that, what is that, Ethiopia or is it? I think it's Ethiopia. Somewhere in Ethiopia, I know that's where, like, kind of like where one of the first Bibles were. But anyways, this go takes me back to, like, are you saying, like, pre-slavery when, like, African Americans, well, I'm going to reference it as that now, African Americans are, like, kings and queens and things of that sort, but they weren't worshiping God, they were worshiping idols.
Well, it's not more so the kings and queens thing, because we only identify with one king in our nation.
Exactly.
So everybody's not a king.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, as an identity of a people, right?
Okay.
We are the real Jews. If you go back and look at the historical records of West African people that went into slavery, why are their last name, or why are their name identified with Yah a lot?
Okay. So I understand what you're saying, but I know that there was a separation that happened where is it? Where it talks about neither Jews nor Gentiles.
Well, no, we're not talking about that, because that's our people that was assimilated in Greek culture coming back to their identity.
Okay,
but this is far after. This is far after that you're referencing. Okay. So what we're talking about is what just happened when we just came across the Atlantic Ocean.
Like 400 years ago.
Exactly.
Okay.
500 years ago, we are the Jews there. You see what I'm saying? Prior to that, the next major historical reference that we can go to with identifying our people is the Roman Jewish War. This is after Christ died. This is 66 AD to 73 AD when this happens, right?
Okay.
If we can go back far in history and see that that's where our people came from, how can we not identify us, the black people, being the real Jews?
Okay, so my understanding is that we're now all Gentiles.
It don't matter what you identify yourself with, right? If you want to call yourself a Gentile,
you said we're now all Gentiles. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. So first, because the Jews were the original chosen people.
The Israelites were the original chosen people.
Sorry. Okay. The Israelites.
The Jews are just a segment of Israelites.
Okay. Yeah. So
not all the
Israelites
Israelites.
were the original chosen people.
Yes, ma'am.
The Jews were a part of that.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yes, ma'am.
So after what happened?
First one, then I'm coming back to the second one. The kingdom is just for us. It's real. The kingdom is just for us. It's real. These nations ain't nothing like us. It's real. These nations ain't nothing like us. Salt of the earth. Since birth to church, I be the salt of the earth. God word, we the church, we be the salt of the earth. God first and worst, I'm still a salt of the earth. We the salt of the earth. Creme de la creme. Dropping jewels and gems in the street like Tim's. We ain't none of them. Been putting in work, you check my film. Mindset used to be stuck on the M. Mindset don't flip, now it's stuck on him. Jewish me, won't fuck with them. If it ain't black and brown, we ain't fucking with them. On your own. Build power base up, get all T, son, tell them watch the throne. For the generation come, niggas switch things up. Just hit a Christian with a